Hello everybody. In this video, this one and the next one, we are going to go through some steps as to how to fix a 35 chapter story. And I am up to the 9th chapter, and I decided that there has to be some structural changes to the story. And of course I am using AI to help me to do this story. So the next video is going to explain. This video is a prelude, um, which I wanted to tell you that in the old days, this would have taken at least a week because all chapters, the structure, everything is all set. And I am writing the chapters. The book Bible is set. The character bios are set. Chapter by chapter, what I'm going to talk about is all set. And on the 9th chapter, I realized that this story is not good. I have to make some changes. So this is how you make the changes. And in the old days, it would have taken a week. But with the help of AI, it takes 22 seconds. So let's watch the video and learn how to use AI as an assistant to us authors, and actually how to use it ethically. Let's get to it. Okay, here we are. So here is what I did. The way that I write my story, and again, here is the website that you can go to, and this is the tool that I use. This is a course that I developed for authors to how to write their stories. This one right here. It only costs about $20, and for lifetime for all these courses, and not $20 a month or anything like that, just one time. And this is the one that I used. So to do this, when you use that course, you come up with the book Bible, character bios, and clean expanded chapters. So in the chapters, what you do, the reason I'm telling you these is going to be related to how you structurally change your story. So stay with me here. And this is chapter 1. That course that I just showed you, it comes with these, like chapter 1. This is the expanded chapter by chapter. And for chapter 1, it states the purpose of the chapter, focus, main settings, the Rocky Mountain. This is the settings that you should start with, and this is the scene flow for the chapter. Let's say that you have 2,800 words that you should have in this chapter, and you have 9 scenes. So let's say 2,800 divided by 9. It's about 300 words. In other words, each scene is going to be a small blog. This is how easy it is. So we're going to get into this later. But for this video, I am going to show you how we can make the structural changes. So after going through this, what you end up with is the chapters. Like this is version 1 chapter, because I made it structural changes, and this is the version 2 chapters because I changed them. So this is what this is telling me. So what happened was, the way that I write my stories, I first write it into the draft section right here. If you notice, I stopped at chapter 10. So, and after I write it with respect to what I just showed you, according to my book Bible, book bios, the character bios, and the chapter scene flow, after I write the chapter, which I call the draft, I upload that along with these and ask ChatGPT to help me if there are any deviations with my chapter from my story, which is the book Bible, the character bios, and expanded chapters. So ChatGPT comes back and he says, "Hey, you are deviating with your character or anything. So you need to go back and you need to change the draft. And after you change the draft becomes, I just called it edited. So what happened? I stopped at chapter 10. I wrote chapter 10 draft, and if you notice, there's no chapter 10. I stopped it there because I realized that there should be some structural changes to my story. Why? We have a couple of characters, and two of them are in these chapters about teenagers, about 13, 14 years. One boy and the other one is the girl, Faluha. And when I went through these chapters right here, initial chapters, I saw that it is taking too long for these two to grow up to be 23 and 20-year-old grown-ups to be married. So in other words, from about 13 to 23, it's about 10 years. It was taking too long. So I thought the reader would be quite bored when me talking about these kids growing up in 10 years in, let's say, 6 chapters. So I went back to ChatGPT and I said, this is not happening. I am not happy. We need to do something about it. In other words, I asked ChatGPT to we are going to have to make some changes. So after discussing this issue right here, and ChatGPT actually came up and said, hey, this is the revised time and progress table. So how did we come here? I uploaded these, and these come from this right here, because I followed the course. I ended up with book Bible, character bios, and chapter by chapter outline. And I uploaded these to ChatGPT and said, I am not happy and I need your help to do some changes. And if, as humans, us authors, wanted to do this change, it would have probably taken us, say, about a week, because this is a 35 chapter and you already have 10, you're already up to the 10th chapter, and you already wrote 9 chapters, and let's say you have about 25 more chapters to go to, and you need to change all these chapters. Again, some of them should be compressed and some of them will be combined, some maybe another one may be added. So make the long story short, ChatGPT took 22 seconds. This is how you use AI. And this is how authors can actually use AI as an assistant. This is what this course is about. This course that I am offering is not about typing up a few words and coming up with this 35 chapter story. This is where you can get help. So, in other words, ChatGPT is saying here, of course, it didn't take it from chapter 10 that I did not write. I mean, well, I wrote the draft and I stopped editing it. It actually took it from chapter 8, and in other words, it came back and said, look, this is not a Mickey Mouse game. You can't just stop at chapter 9 and expect me to do the structural change all the way to 35th chapter. It started on chapter 8. So what I need to do is I need to go back to chapter 8 and make some revisions. Chapter 9, make some revisions, and then rewrite chapter 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and etc. as per this revision. And once this is revised, of course, your expanded chapters, these, as we talked, like scene flows and everything else, from chapter 8 and onwards, they're going to change. So you're going to have to follow the revised chapters, which is right here. It says right here, chapters version 2. So you're going to have to download this. I'm going to have to download it and follow this, the chapter by chapter, clean, expanded outlines. So this is how AI can help you, assist you ethically with your author journey. And all this has been combined, let's see, right here in my course, in this one. And these are the extras that you get from scheduling, making a schedule, social media schedule, preparing your social media content, and beta reader questions and everything else that is here. And of course, I am working on something quite hard for a bunch of authors to come up with. You're going to make a video, you're going to write your novel, and we're going to turn that into a comic right here. It's coming soon. So these are yet to come, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.